Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land. I'm Rolene Marks from, as you can see, a chilly Modi'in with today's top stories. As expected, Prime Minister Netanyahu approached the Knesset before the 12 o'clock deadline last night to ask for immunity. And this is immunity from prosecution, which would delay his trial until after the March the 2nd elections. Now, Speaker of the Knesset, Yuli Edelstein, has put forward a move to block the Knesset from forming a committee and discussing it, a move that has been met by a lot of disdain or anger from the blue and white, the Kahol V'Lavan camp, who are the biggest competition to the Likud for the next elections. Avigdor Lieberman, the leader of Yisrael Beiteinu, said that he will not be supporting any bid for immunity by the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister needs a caucus of at least 61 Haver Knesset or members of Knesset to agree to immunity before this is granted to him. And as we mentioned earlier this week, the members of the Israeli High Court met to discuss whether or not the Prime Minister would be able to form a government. They have yet to give their ruling. Now, here's a story that has a little bit of a taste of international news. We've been speaking a lot about the Monzi stabbing attack that took place over the weekend, where at least 5 people were stabbed, one extremely critical. And yesterday we spoke a little bit about the Me Too campaign that his family have asked to launch to bring awareness to rising anti-Semitism. But the Monzi attack brings to a total of approximately 13 anti-Semitic attacks in New York City. Now today, Modi'in, the city where I live, it's a city in between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem with about 95,000 citizens. Our mayor, the much-loved Chaim Bibas, has written to the mayor of New York, Bill de Blasio, urging him to join the international coalitions of mayors against hate and discrimination. And the coalition enjoys leadership of 2 other very, very formidable mayors, Gabe Groisman of Bell Harbor in Miami and Uwe Becker of Frankfurt in Germany. And the Mayor Bibas invited de Blasio to join, saying, it's quite incredible what can be done, but also something needs to be done to face and to fight this rising hatred and to educate people what to do and how to react to hate crimes. And in another international story, a story that's gaining a lot of coverage here in Israel, it's very, very disturbing. Children at a primary or elementary school in Laduri in Poland reenacted gassing scenes from Auschwitz. Some students dressed up as Gestapo officers, some as prisoners of Auschwitz, and reenacted for other students the gassing that took place during the Second World War at that most horrendous place, Auschwitz. Over 1 million Jews were put to death at Auschwitz, and Auschwitz is to the Jewish people the largest killing field that we know in recent history. It's particularly painful, particularly offensive and hurtful. Now, we don't know exactly when this took place. It was put onto Facebook pages, which shows you the growing danger of not monitoring social media. And the intentions of this was to explain how Polish people were put to death during the Holocaust, and the Auschwitz Museum weighing in, saying that this is absolutely untenable. It's profoundly offensive and negates to mention that over 1 million Jews were targeted and killed at Auschwitz. So that brings a total of our headlines today. And don't forget that if you're looking for something to do this first weekend of January of 2020, look no further than our website at www.layoftheland.online. Yes, I know, I've got a little bit of a frog in my throat. You can read our original content. You can read Dave Kaplan's article on how Israel has found a possible solution to the incendiary devices like arson, kites and balloons that have been flown in from Gaza into southern Israel that have caused damage to thousands of acres of land. We have a solution. Check it out there. You can also check it out online on Facebook. And if you're there, like us and follow us at Lottle Site. And don't forget that every subscription to our YouTube channel at the Israel Brief and every share helps ensure that we educate about what Israel's side of the story is. We introduce Israel to a whole other community of people. And very importantly, we help fight against anti-Semitism. So with this in mind, I'm going to wish you a wonderful and restful weekend. If you are traveling home from wherever you are, if you've been on vacation, please travel safely. And Shabbat Shalom from all of us at Lay of the Land. With the Israel Brief, I'm Rodine Marks.